All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to be talking about the absolute unsung heroes of planet Earth. We're diving right into the life and vitality of plants.
So, think about this for a second. Could you survive without the color green? I know it sounds a bit like a philosophical riddle, right? But it's actually a very literal existential question. Okay, let's dive into this because the answer from our source material is an absolute, undeniable no. There's just no way. The data is super clear here. Without plants, humans and animals simply cannot live, period. You know, we so often walk around thinking of ourselves as the masters of our environment, but the reality is our entire existence is completely dependent on the very greenery we walk past every single day.
To really wrap our heads around this dependence, we have to look at how they actually work. Plants aren't just these static background objects. They're incredibly dynamic living engines. And their basic survival formula, it's elegantly simple. They just need sunlight, air, and water. That right there is the fundamental equation for literally the most important biological machinery on Earth.
But here's where they completely separate themselves from us and from animals. Plants actually make their own food with the help of sunlight. I mean, just pause and think about how wild that is for a second. They don't have to forage, they don't hunt, they definitely don't wait in line at the grocery store. They are completely 100% self-sustaining through solar power alone. And this brilliantly illustrates their biological independence. They're literally taking the energy radiating from our sun and turning it into the exact sustenance they need to survive.
Let's just compare two different realities for a minute. In a world with plants, we get oxygen, food, medicine, and clean air. We get a lush, green, beautiful environment. But on the flip side, a world without plants means humans and animals cannot live at all. It's really that simple. So the crucial takeaway here is that they don't just add aesthetic value to our lives, they are the absolute fundamental prerequisite for life itself. This matters to every single one of us, literally every second of the day.
And the sheer scale of what they do, it is honestly mind-boggling. Let's move to planetary mechanics and see how this builds our global environment. Plants are doing the heavy lifting for our entire atmosphere. They give us the oxygen we desperately need while simultaneously pulling carbon dioxide out of the air. It's like a massive, global filtration system keeping the air clean. And incredibly, they even help bring the rain. They are literally shaping the atmosphere and the global weather patterns that we completely rely on.
But hey, they don't just manage the sky above us. They're managing the ground right beneath our feet. Shifting our focus over to the Earth and its ecosystems, plants physically anchor the Earth together. They hold the soil in place with their roots, which stops entire landscapes from just washing away in a storm. And beyond that structural support, they give homes to birds and animals, creating these vital habitats that allow incredibly diverse ecosystems to thrive. Plus, of course, they make the Earth green and beautiful, giving us those amazing landscapes we all love to explore.
Okay, let's transition from those massive global mechanics to something highly personal. They give us wood, paper, and cotton. Think about that for a second. Are you sitting at a wooden desk right now? Are you wearing a cotton shirt? Have you jotted anything down on a piece of paper today? The direct, tangible materials we rely on to clothe ourselves, to organize our thoughts, and to build our workspaces, they all come directly from these living things.
So, we've looked at the big picture and we've seen the personal touches. Now, let's speed things up a bit. Our source material actually outlines exactly 10 incredible, direct benefits we get from plants. Let's run through this remarkable top 10 list.
Number 1 on the list, oxygen to breathe. Now, what's really fascinating about this is how immediate it is. Actually, do me a favor. Take a really deep breath in with me right now. Hold it. Okay, now let it out. That oxygen you just pulled into your lungs, the very thing keeping you alive this exact second, a plant gave that to you.
Moving swiftly along to numbers 2 and 3, they give us fruits and vegetables to eat, and they clean the air. So they are quite literally putting food on our plates to fuel our bodies, all while working around the clock to constantly purify our surroundings so we can actually thrive in a healthy environment. Talk about multitasking.
Benefits 4 and 5. Medicine and wood for houses and furniture. It's actually amazing when you really think about it. When we're sick, it's so often the properties derived from plants that heal us. And when we need shelter, it's the sturdy wood from trees that builds the structures keeping us safe, warm, and comfortable at night. Jumping over to benefits 6 and 9, skipping around a bit here, they give us shade on hot days and help keep the weather cool. They act like nature's own green air conditioning system.
Anyone who has ever stepped out of a blazing hot sun and into the cool shade of a massive tree canopy knows exactly how powerful and relieving this specific benefit is.
For numbers 7 and 8, we're revisiting their incredible protective role in our ecosystems. They stop soil from washing away, and they give shelter to birds and animals. They are basically the ultimate guardians of environmental stability. Without those root systems holding the ground tight, the Earth as we know it would literally erode and wash away, taking the habitats of countless creatures right along with it.
And finally, benefit number 10. Let's actually just slow the pace down for a moment here to really appreciate this one. They make our world beautiful and healthy. Beyond all the raw data, beyond the mechanics of oxygen and carbon dioxide, they provide this profound sense of beauty, peace, and overall health to our planet. It's a quiet, steady benefit that touches absolutely all of our lives.
When you look at the whole shebang, everything we just covered, the conclusion from our source material is really the only one that makes sense. Plants are a wonderful gift from nature. But, recognizing a gift also means reflecting on our responsibility to it. They help people, they help animals, and they help the environment every single day, without fail. Now, it's our turn to recognize and respect that relationship.
Which brings us to a powerful call to action straight from our source. Save plants, save Earth. Plant a tree today. It's a beautifully simple message, but it carries the weight of literally everything we've learned in this explainer. Because they are so incredibly vital to our survival, we absolutely must take care of all plants, and we should actively be trying to plant more trees to sustain that cycle of life. So I want to leave you with this final, lingering thought. The Earth gives us plants, ensuring we have the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the materials we use every single day. They are definitely out there doing their job for you. So, what will you plant today?